Cavern of Souls in Keyan's deck list.
Yep.
And I don't have any here either, so the mana leaks are going to be better
Absolutely.
in this matchup, where in some Delver mirrors they would be a little bit worse. Ross only has 2, Keyan has 3, so I think that could play an important role here as well.
And Mana Leak, always a slightly dubious card, just because the nature of these matchups, you end up, like, as the game drags on, you have plenty of mana to be able to pay, but it can be game-winning if it hits a timely turn 3 Geist or a turn 4 Talrand.
Yep. Now there are, looking at the deck list, I have 4 Geist here. Do you have any Geist in your deck list?
None. Seeing as my deck list is the Talrand one, apparently.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I wasn't sure if wasn't sure if he had Splicers, if he had Geist, but he's opting to go with
No, he's got just Augur of Bolas and Talrand, and he just wants the Augur to find more spells to fuel Talrand making Drakes.
It's gonna be interesting. These are, like, even though, like, the core is kind of the same with the Mana Leak, Ponder, Gut Shot, Vapor Snag, what have you, Snapcaster Mage, these are 2 pretty different decks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Talrand deck featuring 12 1-mana cantrips, 3 Pikes, including an Inkmoth Nexus backup plan, and Augur of Bolas, the full play set, just maxing out so that he actually has 23 instants plus the 4 Augur and the 4 Snapcaster, meaning he's going to have tons of ways to fuel Talrand. On the other side, though, Geist of St. Traft, capable of combining with a timely, Vapor Snag plus Snapcaster combo, just to tempo cannon right out.
All right, so Keyan is going to be, he has the option to play first, higher seed. Looking over his hand.
There was a Grand Prix a number of years back, I think it was in Louisiana, but they were measuring who was on the play, who was on the draw throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
And they found that the person on the draw won 51% of the time in that Grand Prix. Now it's just one Grand Prix or whatever, but it was a format where people were playing like turn 3 combo decks and stuff. Okay. Everybody would have guessed that it being on the play was the advantage, but once you factor in the amount of people mulligan and how much that helps the guy in the draw, I still wonder. This format, I think, is pretty clearly you want to be on the play, but I still think that's a whole area of Magic that it's very possible we have a very different outlook on 10, 20 years from now. So a turn 1 Gitaxian Probe, passing the turn.
We see that Ross is going to start the show with Delvers this game. He does have 2 in his hand, as we saw from the Gitaxian Probe. We're going to see if he has a Gut Shot.
He does.
Okay. Thought Scour's going to reveal a Gut Shot and a Vapor Snag. We're going to see. He's already ready to put it in the bin.
Oh, I love the fake out here. Yeah. Make him put it in the bin twice.
Yeah, a Gut Shot revealed from the Augur of Bolas, so he's got some options here.
Yep. Does he want the Snag? Does he want the Augur? He wants the Ponder, of course.
And now you're going to get the Gut Shot.
So I think you actually are supposed to Gut Shot first there, in case he has the mutagenic growth, just so you have the info. But it's all right.
Could be a big time blowout if he doesn't mutagenic growth there. We're going to see a Ponder, the first of many this match. 7 seconds or less.
Don't know that's in Ross's range. He's a very deliberate player. He's one of those guys who prefers making the technically correct play than rolling dice. And you know the type.
I do. Alright, and we're going to see a second Delver.
Absolutely. And with 2 Gut Shots in the graveyard, 1 on the bottom of the deck, there's a good chance that Delver actually lives. Unless a Snapcaster joins the party.
Thought Scour,
I like it.
Targeting him.
Yeah, Ponder keep. Thought Scour, now I got chances. That's pleasant. That's good, clean living right there.
And Augur of Bolas doesn't swing often.
But when he does, it's for 1.
It's true.
Unless he's wearing a Pike.
Then it's for a lot more than 1. As we see a Snapcaster Mage and another Gut Shot. This is a very good start here.
This is exactly where he wants to be. think if he puts a Talrand down here, like it's like he's already got Ross, just not backpedaling. Dice St. Traff?
Blade
Blade
Splicer.
Splicer. And that's a pretty good play from this position, if it were not for the Vapor Snag and his hand. Everything coming together. Is that another Snapcaster?
He has a Ponder there too. He has an Inkmoth Nexus. This is a very, very nice draw here. Keyan.
Do you think we're going to see a Vapor Snag on the Golem and then a Snapcaster of the other Gut Shot to hit the Blade Splicer just to keep forcing through more damage?
We very well could. I mean, he also has a Ponder in his hand too to set some things up with, get some information first.
And he's got
so.
the Delver.
There are a lot of lines to play. A lot of lines of play this turn.
Everything coming together without any Ponders so far.
Yeah.
Just doing it El Natural.
Keyan has both his Inkmoth Nexi in his deck in his hand here, so we are going to see the Snapcaster Mage. And we are going to see the Vapor Snag.
I like this attack here. Like it's tempting to want to keep your Snapcaster and hope to somehow force through it, but if you wait, you could get Blades Restoration Angeled.
Yeah.
And that's just a nightmare.
All right, so Ross has got some catching up to do. One of those life total is higher. That's about the only thing going for him right now. So we are going to see a Thought Scout reveal, Dismembering a Vapor Snag, and it's going to draw Ross another Geist of St. Traff, or excuse me, his first Geist of St. Traff for the match. Glacial Fortress should not be coming into play tab. There we go. And there's our first Snapcaster Mage from Ross's side. Gutshot's going to take care of that Delver. And he's going to pass back.
So what did he spend all his mana on?
So that turn, he Thought Scoured, Snapcaster Mage, hit one of his Gutshots, and then his Glacial Fortress came into play tapped. Ponder here from Keyan, considering his options now. We're going to see a Runechanter's Pike, so here we go. Looks to be +5 on the Pike here.
Not wanting to get blown out by, oh, he reads him and he's like, you know what, you don't have a gut shot.
So now both blocks here are bad for Russ. Just gonna take the damage, move on. Mutagenic Growth drawn here for Russ.
Not a great draw.
One of the few times it's actually been bad for him while we've watched him play. Snapcaster Mage coming across. We see a Geist of St. Traff here from Ross, and he's just passing back. So we do know that Ross has a Vapor Snag and a Mutagenic Growth in his hand. Is he going to be able to use those effectively without dying to a large Runechanter Spike is the question.
Yes. I mean, no.
So he's going to move this over here to Augur Bolas.
Continuing the theme of no good blocks.
Actually, these blocks are pretty good. Vapor Snag here. And now Geist is going to have the opportunity to block Snapcaster Mage if he wants to take it. We see a Mutagenic Growth there. Knocking Ross down to 5. Alright. So that was a decent turnaround.
Particularly given that Jafari's life is so low. That Geist can kill him in 2 hits.
We are going to see an Augur Bolas here, so let's see what he can find off of this one.
He needs to hit something here.
Island, a snag, and
the snag is going
clown.
to be app is going to be super effective.
I'm looking at Keyan's hand. There's 2 Snapcaster Mages and a Vapor Snag there, so it's pretty good. Let's see what Ross is able to find now. Augur Bolas standing tall.
Snag the Angel? Don't mind if I do.
He's happy to do it. He could just be happy to snag the Snapcaster too, but that's not so good. So
Ross dropping to 4.
now we have a block there. And Ross is just going to pass back. Moreland Haunt, excuse me, can start cranking out tokens, but it's going to be pretty tough to overcome those 2 Snapcaster Mages.
Yeah. So what do you think? Just move the pike to the Augur Bolas and get busy?
Come on in, force a block either with the Snapcaster Mage or Moreland Haunt token. It looks like he has 5 lands in place, so I don't really hate that play.
You can still Snapcaster your Vapor Snag.
Or Snapcaster Gutshot if need be, so the options are plentiful.
Well, see, of course, the alternative, you can. Well, he's a mana short of being able to. No, he's a couple mana short of being able to put the pike on the Augur Bolas and force his way through. He's even a mana short of being able to power up the Nexus, put a pike on it, and swing. Then Snapcaster Gutshot the Moreland Haunt token. Besides, that's only I think 9, maybe 8 poison counters.
All right, so he's making his move.
I don't know if I agree with tapping both Nexus instead of that Island, but it doesn't matter too much, I suppose.
Looks like we're going to get a Moreland Haunt activation here.
Yep.
And an attempt to block.
May I block this?
And Keyan says no.
No. No, you may
No.
not. No. So it looks like that Snapcaster is gonna jump in front of this moving truck,
Tiago takes one for the team.
as he is wont to do. Ross knows he needs to get something.
I think that was another Geist.
It's not really gonna be enough.
All right. 4 for you.
But a land is very helpful here because he can at least make a Moreland Haunt token to chump.
Yeah. See a land there.
So now you think he just Gutshots the Moreland Haunt token?
I do. Bink.
Bink has been called. Gutshot dropping 10 into 5. However, he knows this Geist has to chump.
Jump it shall. Big draw here for Ross. Big draw.
Not really a lot he can do, right? Like he needs a Delver of Secrets. I mean, not a Delver of Secrets, a Snapcaster Mage. So I think we're going to go to game 2. First game to Jafari.
Oh, this game isn't just already. It's Jafari did just draw a Phantasmal Image. Ross can still make a blocker. It's going to put him down to 1. He's going to block the creature with Ringshiner Spike on it, but... See a Phantasmal Image here.
And then now with 2 mana leaks in hand capable of shutting anything Ross draws out.
All right, Ross gets one more, another island, and we are going to pack it in. So Keyan Jafari is up a game in the blue-white Delver mirror, and Patrick, I believe,
Trivia challenge.
For a little trivia for our people at home.
All right, welcome back. It's trivia time.
Do it to him.
All right, we've seen a couple miracles today. Which of the following miracles, not even today, I'm sorry, this weekend. We've seen a number of miracles this weekend. Which of the following miracles have we not seen? Temporal Mastery, Banishing Stroke, Bonfire of the Damned, and Entreat the Angels. Tweet at us, hashtag SCG Premium. SCG Live is that's us, that's where we're at.
That's a...
You can win, what is it? Is it a year?
This is a year, so this is a question where you have to earn it, for sure.
We're talking a solid 365, yo. 365 of premium. Hashtag SCG Premium. Which of the following miracles have we not seen on camera this weekend? Temporal Mastery. Banishing Stroke. Bonfire of the Damned. Or Entreat the Angels. How to play it.
When you see him in the street.
Or just like right now. Get your paper.
Or you can just say hi. You don't have to holler. You can just say hi.
I guess okay, so talk to me about the match in game 2. Obviously Ross will be on the play. What does he need to have happen different,
Well, that was just a really good draw from Keyan that game, all things considered.
Nice curve of cantrip, just a lot of creatures that draw cards.
He saw a lot of cards that game. Between Pondering, Augur, just all of his action outside of drawing a Talleyrand. For Ross this game, 2 Phantasmal Images are likely to come in. Also seeing the Mental Misstep is likely to join us. Divine Offering, do you think that's going to come in? We saw Runechanter Spike have an effect on that game.
Well, there are 2 Inkmoth Nexuses as well, but the Inkmoth Nexuses usually don't come up until it's Pike time. But I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to get just a medium amount of Filthy and boards in it 1 Divine Offering.
Also looking to steal Sabotage here. Negate. Maybe the 2 Spellskites, like mediocre blocker.
So I think Spellskite could be fine in some permutations of this matchup, but here, I guess there's Gut Shot and Vapor Snag, so that is something. But it's a tough way to go when you're blocking an Augur of Bolas with your Spellskite.
Yeah.
And
I think that's pretty much it. I don't think Timely Reinforcements, obviously Celestial Purge is going to stay on the side. The Dismember could join us along with the Mutagenic Growth, but there aren't any Restoration Angels in Keyan's deck list, but there's Talleyrand, so you are going to probably want an answer to that. So
probably, I think just the 1 Mental Misstep, the 1 Dismember, and the 2 Phantasmal Images. Even though Phantasmal Image is a little bit of a rocky way to beat Talleyrand, it's so important. Plus, worst case scenario, often you just copy his Augur or your own Snapcaster or whatever.
There are definitely a lot of good targets for Image in this matchup. So
oh, sure. On the other side of it, as we said, Jafari, 3 Mental Missteps to be able to bring in. Not clear if he really wants anything else, but certainly, I guess a Phantasmal Image. So he's certainly going to want the 1 Phantasmal Image and the 3 Mental Missteps. Beyond that, maybe a Negate, maybe a Surgical. I don't know. Who can tell? Maybe even Spellskite just to protect Talleyrand, because Talleyrand is like that.
And like you said, in these Delver matchups, there's a ton of posturing. No one ever really sideboards the same. They will board one way, depending on player draw and what they think their opponent may have, even though they do have the information here, and then they will board a different way.
I'll tell you what's really interesting. This the blue-white Delver list that Jafari is playing, his white cards, his entire white cards, all the white cards in his 75, just 4 Celestial Purge, 2 Timely Reinforcements. That's it.
So it's basically mono blue deck.
Mono blue. Basically mono blue Talleyrand. The white splash is such a free roll. He's like, I could use a little bit extra edge against some of the aggro decks.
So as both players are shuffling up here, Ross is going to be on the play this game. Just kind of looking to stick a Delver or have Geist come into play when it's actually going to have an impact instead of trying to being on the back foot. He was able to turn things around briefly with that Mutagenic Growth again, but it just was not enough because Keyan had 2 Snapcaster Mages.
I hope the both players' opening hand is Seachrome Coast, 3 Delvers, 3 Gut Shots.
Okay.
Let's let it ride, man. That sounds...
Yeah? Let's see who can do it.
No. Better. Each player's hand is 1 Seachrome Coast, 1 Delver.
Okay.
3 Gut Shots, and 2 Mental Missteps.
Okay. A nice little battle. I like where your head's at. I do. Anything can happen.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So we see even more shuffling from these gentlemen.
We still haven't got the Quidditch match on camera yet, have we?
Not yet, no.
Now, technically, I don't think that area is open until 10, and it's only 9:33 Pacific time, and I don't think they start the Quidditch for a little while, but it's kind of exciting. I really think, like, honestly, if we just can shift the camera over, I mean, the Quidditch match it's not that, I mean, we could get a little bit of that on tape. Both players shuffling out.
Every day they're shuffling.
I mean, it's a day. It's a thing to do.
Shuffling away.
Dude, what do you think about Augur Bolus in the non-Delver decks in the future? Is Augur Bolus going to show up as a guy to stand in the way of Chase, the Architect of Thought? Because, I mean, once you -1 their team, Augur Bolus can hold off an awful lot of dudes.
Man's man. Standing tall. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, based on the instance, based on blue, what blue-white is looking like, potentially blue-white-red, I could see it being something that kind of holds the deck together.
Yeah, because, I mean, plus, once you start going down the blue-white path, sometimes Augur ends up better than Snapcaster. You know, like, Augur works better with Supreme Verdict than Snapcaster does.
That's true, too, actually.
Like, you put it out early, look for your Supreme Verdict or your whatever else. It buys you a little bit of time, and then you Supreme Verdict. And it's a thing you can commit to the board that you don't mind losing to the Verdict.
Yeah. No, I like that. I think the Augur is going to play a big role, I think, moving forward. 1/3, it's a nice size. Being able to find something, so basically cantrips itself is very nice as well. And it just seems like it's a natural fit for what we assume to be blue-red Delver decks moving forward.
Yeah, blue-red in particular is going to be a color combination with a lot of spells.
Yeah.
You know, like when you go the blue-white route, there's more of a temptation to play some of the bigger effects, maybe some of the expensive creatures or some of the artifacts. But blue-red, you want to play your cards like Bonfire or Mizzy Mortars or Pillar of Flame or Is It Charm, all that business.
And all those cards are awesome to hit with Augur, so I could see that in the future. Some moans and groans as Ross is going to take a mulligan down to at least 6.
We're in the final match of the SCGLA here at the Kamikaze Expo. This is Patrick Chapin, aka PC, with Cedric Phillips, aka CP, and this is the SCGLA. We're going to be covering the final game or two of this match, then getting the Legacy tournament underway. We'll be joining you for, I think, starting in round 3. Is that correct? That we'll be doing coverage of the Legacy Open all day today.
We're going to be taking a short break. We get round 1 and 2 off, which is basically known, what I call the football break.
Oh, yeah.
I get to see the first half of the football game, so that's always nice.
And if you want to follow along at home, you too can watch the top 8 from. We're going to replay it from the beginning. We have the top 8 match from. We have the quarterfinals from yesterday and the semifinals. A number of exciting matches there, and then the finals obviously here. And then we will be jumping into the sticky sweet Legacy action.
All right, keep it short. What Legacy deck's going to win today? Realistic, healthy guess. What archetype's going to win?
Dude, I do not. It's not going to be that blue white. It's got to be just some kind of like rug delver.
All right. I'm going to go with Esper Stoneblade.
Esper Stoneblade? I like your style.
Thank you. A deck I'm known for playing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, you would do that.
No,
I totally would.
Brainstorm and I don't get along.
Dude, have you tried playing the Esper Stoneblade deck in Vintage?
No.
Dude, when you Stoneforge Mystic up with your Skull Clamp, start moving that bad boy around, hell yes. Hell yes.
Hardly seems fair.
It's not. Have you seen Skull Clamp?
It's been a little while.
Skull Clamp was like the last card that could actually compete with Jace the Mind Sculptor for, you know, the best card printed since, you know. All right, so turn 1 Ponder, Mental Missteps. Love it.
Get that right out of here. No Surrey Bob. Glacial Fortress moving it along. Ponder.
Yes.
And
Taste it.
I don't know what you think you're
Ross
doing.
uses his land drop here. Oh, okay. Well, it's a Plains, a sign of weakness. To be sure.
And we have a Gataxian probe here from Keyan. So we're going to see
Keyan quickly winning the race against himself.
So we are going to see a Thought Scour. And what I believe is at least one Snapcaster Mage. I can't get a good look. There's another Glacial Fortress into play.
Pretty good opening from both players here.
How about Thought Scour? Are you going to miss it? Alright, just passes.
Ooh, interesting. Doesn't want to reveal the... He doesn't want to reveal the whole Mana Leak situation, you know? Man,
maybe a bit of a bluff.
When you get used to the Ponders, when you get used to being able to fix your mana, it's a little tough to go back. Oh
my goodness.
Devastating.
Oh my lord.
Man, he needed to.
Middle Misstep is out of control. How about the Middle Misstep back?
Wow, he wanted to bait it. Wow. What a match. We were hoping to see half a dozen Mental Missteps in the opening.
Yeah.
And there's a Divine Offering that we talked about.
The Glacial Fortress gets milled. Ross does draw an island, and he is going to draw a mystery spell. I think it was a Snapcaster Mage.
Another one. Oh. Is this real life or is this a fantasy? This is like nothing but the goods from both players.
If anyone's wondering why Mental Misstep is banned in Legacy, I don't think you are now. Everyone could consider those brainstorms countered.
No, because I think if you have enough brain damage to wonder that you wouldn't figure it out just by seeing something logical unfold in front of you. All right.
So we see a Thought Scour. It did turn over an island and a Talran. But looking at Keyan's hand, there is a Talran in his hand right now.
Are we at 12 life paid by... Yeah, because this is... We've seen 3 Mental Missteps.
The third Mental Misstep he did actually pay with me.
Oh, he did pay with me.
Snapcaster and then paid for
That's
it.
right, that's right.
So he's only dealt 6 to himself. Only 6.
And you know, that's okay. There's still a lot of time to do more.
Yes.
He's just one man. Man, is that just like he's got mana, he's got the pike, he's got some spells, he's got a snap. I mean, both players with great draws here.
All right, Thought Scour again.
Definitely both bringing their A draws.
Turning over another Thought Scour and a Seachrome Coast.
It's particularly interesting seeing Ross flip over a Divine Offering. It's one of the little hidden benefits of Thought Scour is that when you're playing a bunch of one-ofs, you do increase the chances of putting that one-of in your graveyard so that the Snapcaster can recycle it if the exact situation comes up, you know?
Yeah. As we are going to see another Thought Scour here from Ross. Island and Delver away. Island to Ross's hand. Drawing a card. We see a Seachrome Coast.
A little too much mana from Ross. With both players drawing so well, it's definitely not. You definitely don't want to be the first person to stumble in this arms race.
He's finally resolved a Ponder, and he is keeping it. Here.
Interesting, a Steel Sabotage. He knows about the pike, right?
Yeah. The question is, does he have a good answer to this Talran that's incoming? That's the question.
No.
No.
No, he doesn't.
There's another Mental Misstep over there in Keyan's hand as well. There's the
wow,
pike.
he plays the pike instead.
Plays the pike. There's a Steel Sabotage. There's
the Mental Misstep again.
This card has been brutal today. Absolutely brutal.
And you know,
Gut shot.
Both players drew all of their Mental Missteps. Ross only playing one.
That was
Jafari
a huge,
with 3.
Huge gut shot there from Ross, trying to turn this game around. And now we have a Blade Splicer.
So he's got an offensive going. And honestly, that pike isn't even really that big of a deal.
Tower Run comes right into play. There's a Vapor Snag.
Oh, the Vapors with the Golem is going to be brutal.
Bing.
And he knows that Ross is out of mental missteps. Such a tough spot to be in to have so many fewer mental missteps in this matchup.
Ross draws a card. That's another island.
Wow.
Flooding a little bit here. Would help if he had a Moorland Haunt.
This game is slipping out of control. How much respect do you think Jafari is going to give him for the Restoration Angel?
That's going to be interesting to see as we see a Seafront Coast.
Right, like, because, I mean, Ross's big hope here is that if Jafari plays it slow, I mean, he's got Jafari down to a low enough life total because of all that Phyrexian mana that he could try to make something happen, you know?
As we're going to see a Snapcaster Mage here. It's going to basically make another Drake. See what he's copying. It's going to be a Cataxian Probe. Okay.
Oh, and he sees there's no Restoration Angel.
He sees weakness. He sees Pike.
Time to pounce.
It's time to get in.
It's almost over now. Ross needs to draw Restoration Angel next turn.
I think that's the only thing. I think that's the only thing that can turn it around for him. And even then, it's still going to be pretty tough.
What happens if he dismembers the Talran? Because he's taking, what, 3 right now? Dropping to 12? Dismember would put him at 8? I mean, in theory, the problem is he's still looking at the Divine Offering. He really needs...
That's a good start. Ponder's a good start.
Gonna have to shuffle every time.
Well, Ross is down to 4 life now. I mean, the Pike is...
Oh, he's down to 4.
Yeah,
Jeez,
the Pike is
Pike's
huge.
Oh, it's off screen. Okay,
Yep.
yeah. So he really needs a Snapcaster Mage for a Divine Offering just to buy enough time, you know?
Just under 15 minutes remaining to register for the Legacy Open. About 15 minutes remaining to register for the Legacy Open. Come up to the stage on the right hand side. Talk to Sam or myself, and we'll get you signed up.
Shuffling like crazy, hoping for a good rip off of the Ponder.
This has to be I think this has to be a Snapcaster or a Divine Offering.
Well, I think we just drew a Mutagenic Growth.
If that's that, then that's that.
Island in play.
Trying to figure out what can even get him that fraction of a % chance of somehow living through the turn.
Yeah.
The attack, a sign of strength.
Going to give himself the best chance to win. That's all he can hope for in this position. The only thing that he can count on now is Keyan making some sort of error. Keyan draws his card.
Oh, and Keyan even has Mana Leak. Is that right? No, he has Delver.
Second Delver.
Okay.
Cross I come.
All right, and that's
Mutagenic
that.
Growth it is. Keyan Jafari,
Our SCGLA champion. Defeating Ross Merriam. A fine showing by both players this weekend.
Absolutely. I mean, just looking at the decks on paper, Keyan's deck list just looked like it was built to beat Delver decks that looked like this. Talron's main deck, Augur of Bolas, and a ton of mental missteps.
Absolutely.
Which were just unbelievable in that second game that we just watched.